Hello and welcome to Adventures in Venueland, an EVMC podcast. Join us for this all-access pass backstage and behind the scenes with some of the brightest minds that cross the scope of the live event industry. I'm Dave Rettelberger.
And I'm Paul Hooper. We'll introduce you to incredible guests who journey with us as we dive deep into the world of venues, tours, festivals, and everything in between. Grab your laminate and meet us in Venueland.
Today's adventure takes us to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yeah, she's the force behind unforgettable live experiences, working at venues like Coca-Cola Music Hall and Coliseo de Puerto Rico. She's the founder of Roxey Marketing, which I'm excited to talk to her about. She really makes shows come alive like no one we've talked to before. Please welcome Roxey Garcia. Roxey, how you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm very good. Thanks you for having me.
We're so excited to talk to you today and about what you're doing down in Puerto Rico and starting your own agencies. Really, a lot of really cool stuff you're going on. But let's just jump right in. You're the founder of Roxey Marketing, which is just RXY, if I got that right.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the decision to found your own company and what you guys do.
Perfect. That's a great question. So I've worked across event production, marketing, and the healthcare industry. It all sounds unrelated, but all them revolve around managing people and expectation, right? In high pressure situations. So I thought all right, in venues, we all do practically the same. We're here in Puerto Rico, we don't have a lot of venues. So the opportunity of growing are not that great. So I wanted to do something a little different. All right, I've been 9 years in venues and maybe let's taste the waters and do something different. So
Yeah.
right. So I opened my agency and I started working with promoters. So I was on the other side of the quarter of what is the industry, right? So I got away venues, well, technically, because I was on the other side. So it was pretty interesting. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. So now I have employees. I've been expanding. So it was a great opportunity just saying yes to every opportunity already was offered. So
Is that we've talked to some people on here that have maybe struck out on their own and done an agency thing, whether joining someone else or starting their own. And I'm sure there's both equal parts excitement and also maybe not fear, but anxiousness, right? It's kind of taking a risk. It's kind of scary, but also that's sometimes also what makes it exciting. But what was that kind of thought process? Were you sort of just headstrong on it, or were you, being careful while also being adventurous? What was kind of going through your mind?
Well, I was like, you know what? The opportunities are given once in a lifetime. So
yeah,
I just wanted to go all in. So if I failed, hey, I got the experience. I learned of it. So if you fall, you'll get up more stronger, right? So I went all for it, and thank you, Lord. Everything is going great. So so I'm doing the marketings on events, but I also do digital marketings for other clients. So I'm not always focused on events. I'll do promotions on productions and logistics, but I also do other stuff of marketing. So again, always maintaining the door open to everyone.
Sure. Paul touched on it. We've had a lot of guests who have started their own kind of marketing agency after getting some experience in the world of live entertainment. But what's unique about Roxey Marketing that is different from a lot of other groups we've talked to is you guys help with, event production, artist logistics, backstage operations, in addition to the marketing campaigns. So talk to me about how you're kind of wrapping everything into what's now Roxey Marketing.
Oh my God. All right. So
and you can go as long as you want. Take your time.
It's a lot, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I know it's a lot, but now I run on marketing production agency where I can help brands, venues, and medical practices building systems, improving communications, and creating better experiences. Not just for the audience, but for the teams behind the scenes. So we practically do everything because, like I already said, say yes to opportunity early on. And even if it scares you a little, you can learn this industry by going, not by
Yeah.
waiting until it feels ready.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's very admirable, I would say, because often I think that is something that I don't want to say sets people back, but certainly people sometimes feel like, oh, it's just not ready, it's not ready, and it throughout many things in life beyond work, often you will never have the perfect timing for anything. You just have to be willing to at some point go on and jump in the water and start swimming. And to your point, it's exactly right. Is you're going to learn, and if you're not afraid to fail and you're willing to take some risks and learn and grow, then I mean that's exciting and hopefully helps encourage people to kind of take a risk here or there.
No, definitely. I think the more important skills here in the industry will be reliability and communication. Talent helps, but people call you back because they trust you to handle pressure and solve problems without creating more.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Roxy, you got a lot of experience from working with venues. So let's touch on the Coca-Cola Music Hall in San Juan. Tell us about that venue.
All right, so this was a pretty interesting project because it was we opened Coca-Cola Music Hall, and it was the first venue, like the mid-sized venue, because we have the Coliseo that is, right, we have a capacity of 15,000 people. We have
Sure.
the convention center that is big enough, but we didn't have like mid-sized venue. So when this project came along, it was great because Coliseo had already been like 16 years in Puerto Rico. So we didn't have like a new venue in 16 years. So it was like, great, let's do this. And I was the marketing manager, so I was on the only marketing person right there because we were opening. So it was the first time like I call this project like my baby. Like I'm doing like
Yeah, yeah.
what is the tone? Let's build out the look and feel of what is Coca-Cola Music Hall, everything, how we're going to sell it, building on the webpage, creating this new partnership with brands. It was pretty exciting. And the most challenge that we had in Coca-Cola Music Hall is that when we were going to open doors, COVID pandemic came.
Yeah.
So we didn't got to open as planned. So we had to push up the opening. So obviously we had to generate money. Of course, we have a new venue.
Right, sure.
Sure. Sure.
So I came up with this campaign that it was called Get to Know the Coca-Cola Music Hall. So it was just a few fun facts of the venue. And since we got certified by GBAC at that time, so we could do events with social distance. So
Yeah.
that opened us the door. So we managed to do like more than 30 private events without opening like the venue. So that was a huge hit for us. So once we opened the venue, like we already had the brand awareness. People were excited to visit what was the new venue. So it was a really fun project that I was part of. So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, and definitely not something probably you would ever wish on someone or yourself, but maybe
Definitely.
maybe it was if there was a silver lining to your point, you kind of got to like start to craft you had a little more time to like craft your story and
Of
build
course.
the brand that maybe normally people when they're opening, they're just like, we got to get the doors open. Then we can start worrying about that. And now it's like you kind of had a little bit of that time to be like, okay, we can start building this up now. And then once we're able to open the doors, it's like people will already have this emotional connection to the venue, which is great.
No, it was pretty fun. I pretty enjoyed it a lot.
So if Roxy at the end of the project could go back and talk to Roxy before the project even, the opening of the building started, what advice would you give to yourself?
I would just tell Roxy at that moment that you got it. Stay calm. Everything's gonna be great. So yeah, because honestly, you can change. There are some things that obviously you wish you could do better, but let's face it, that it has to happen so you can have the experience to do better on the next time, on the
Right.
next event, right? So I was just to Roxy at that point, like girl, relax. You got this. Everything's gonna go flawless.
I
So
love
stay
it.
calm, no pressure.
Love that. So what type now that you've been open, tell me about the music hall and kind of what events you guys are hosting and how things are going.
Well, it's been great. They're doing a lot of events actually. So, like I mentioned, like it's like the first mid-size venues with a capacity of 5,000 people. So they've been great. The venue keeps going just great. As the recipe I left for marketing is still there, so I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
That's great. Of course, as I mentioned in your kind of your intro, you've also worked at a very iconic venue, especially in the area, the Coliseo de Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And so tell us about that venue and some of the things you did there, because you had some really cool stories.
Yeah, so actually, I started at Coliseo Puerto Rico like a VIP concierge. So that was fun
Yeah.
because I got to learn like more from the venue and all the partnerships, and obviously, the VIP. Well, now it's called premium. The premium program and everything. So then I got the opportunity to step up for digital marketing. So that was great for me because now I got to do content for the venue. So I was backstage trying to get content for people because when I got to Coliseo, they did have on social media, but they weren't that active. So having someone new with digital marketing, it was great because we their Instagram started with the lives and the stories. So this was like the great opportunity to people make a connection with the venue. It's not only buying tickets, hey, we also do this. Here's all the employees, this is our story, this is the backstage stories. We have an exclusive with the artist. So it was pretty great, and I met a lot of awesome people. So I treasure that a lot.
It's a very interesting, some of the things you've done there. But one of the things that I want to touch on, you guys had a residency with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, we did the first residency in Puerto Rico with Bad Bunny. It was pretty awesome. A lot of work, a lot of months of work.
Yeah, I
So
would imagine.
yes.
How many shows was it again?
I think it was 30,
Oh
30
my
shows.
gosh, so many. Yeah. That's incredible. And I was seeing people from up here kind of in the continental US like going down. There was peers of mine that, that are in the industry that work at other venues, and I think some of them were Bad Bunny fans and some of them were just like they want to see the experience. They want to be there for the residency. It had, I saw so many photos of the setup and the stage, and it was really incredible. It felt like it was this, kind of monumental event and so special for the
Hmm.
city.
No, it really was. Well, I've worked with Bad Bunny in the past, and what I like about this artist is that he always wants that the audience have an experience. Like if he's gonna take, I don't know, 2 hours to be on stage, like he needs to create an experience for these people to be entertained. Like it's really important to him that people enjoy while they're there in Puerto Rico. So it was pretty fun because since we have the monumental stage and everything, like we had experience on our hallways, we had experience on our exterior with brands, different brands, like
That's
everything was
awesome.
aligned with what he wanted to do with was Puerto Rico culture. Like, hey, come visit us. So we were open. We had a lot of people from the US, but we already have like a lot of people from Europe, Central America, South America. We
Sure.
had a lot of people, so that it was pretty fun to just watch these all tourists just enjoying what we are culturally, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty amazing experience.
Has it been interesting? I know you said you'd worked with a Bad Bunny before, and I'm sure at some point it's hard to imagine now because he's gotten to be so big, but I know
Mm-hmm.
I know at one point he was probably just starting out, right? And kind of doing smaller shows and making a name for himself. But I mean, that's got to be really awesome to kind of see his career grow and then do this incredible residency. And then, of course, there's the Super Bowl performance, which everyone was just wowed by. And I mean, it's got to be really cool to kind of see that evolution and the fact that he's not only growing as an artist and getting these audiences, but he's bringing that story of Puerto Rico with him and really kind of telling that story, which I think is just so awesome and makes him stand out.
No, is pretty amazing. That again, once he started that his first show in Puerto Rico was Por Siempre. He was his first disc. It again, when we had the production meetings, he seemed like no, but the artist wants this to happen on the hallways because it's really important that people get an experience. And I was like, wow, this is just amazing. And now that he's bigger now, like the thought that he has for the people, although he's this big artist that he doesn't have to do it, he does because he cares
Yeah.
for the people. Is just admiring.
Roxy, from talking to you, I know your passion for San Juan and Puerto Rico. What do you love about Puerto Rico?
It's always summer. I mean, who doesn't love that? It's
I
always
know.
sunny. There's always beach day. We have the longest Christmas ever. Like, yeah, I love Puerto Rico.
I've heard about this Christmas. Someone who's on my marketing team actually is from Puerto Rico, and she's like, "You have no idea. It's like it goes on for weeks or something. It's pretty awesome."
Yes, like we at the like second week of January we have this large festival. It's called Las Calles San Sebastián, the street San Sebastián. They're all located in Old San Juan. So this is like the huge cultural festival you ever have in Puerto Rico. It's pretty amazing. It's Thursday to Sunday, so it's a lot of party, a lot of cultural experience. Like we have a lot of food, music. It's just amazing.
Obviously, being in Puerto Rico, I'm sure presents some challenges when it comes to marketing and dealing with people and doing things in multiple languages. Talk to us a little bit about what are some things that you wish we understood.
Although we are U.S. territory, like our people conduct and preferences are not the same as the U.S. So a lot of tourists come here thinking like, all right, Puerto Rico, and do the same marketing strategies that they do in the U.S. in Puerto Rico, and they don't work.
Right. Yeah.
So something that I wish is that just study or ask, because if you really want to do like a great event in Puerto Rico, we are really critics in music.
I love that.
we know. So that's why every reggaeton artist wants to come to Puerto Rico to do the Coliseo to have our approval and go to the world.
Right. Right. Like, if they can make it there, they can make it
Of
anywhere.
course. But yeah, for about marketing, yes. Not all strategies that the US make me. For example, you have a Grupo Frontera and they're going to California. All right, perfect. But if they're going to Puerto Rico, like it changed the game like completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roxy, I know that when you're with your marketing agency, you're a big believer in tracking KPIs. And I see that through a lot of your marketing materials. So what are the KPIs that you're looking at to see if something that you're working on is successful?
Always check the reach of the campaign to see how many people are getting the message, and I'll check the sales. Once the sales, like they have to be matching. If not, I'll do another strategies, like maybe go for influencers, like get to know the audience. I always like to how do you call it, taste the waters.
Sure. Yeah.
I always like to taste the water before going all in.
Right. Or like dipping a toe in. Yeah.
Of course, because I want to make sure that, like, if we're gonna do like this huge investment, I have to be 100% sure that it could work. So I always do like, again, a little tippy toes on the water and to see what works, what not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is working perfect. Let's do this and let's do an add-on. So I always check them. Yeah. Is the message is going? How are the sales? How are the direct messages? Like, yeah, everything has to be aligned. If not, yeah, again,
Roxy, was there a moment in your life that you decided, hey, this world of live events is where I want to spend a good chunk of my life?
to be honest, no. So I didn't plan this career. I started helping whenever I was needed and kept saying yes to opportunities I wasn't fully ready for. And the more problems I'll solve, the more opportunities I got. And then I realized this industry rewards people who stay calm under pressure. So
Yes.
it was
Yes.
it was just great.
You're
It just
exactly
happened.
right. Like the best people, and the people that you're exactly right. The people that make it in this industry and tend to grow in it, are the ones that can, yes, stay calm under pressure, because there's always pressure in live events. And if you let it rattle you, you're probably not meant to be in this industry.
Definitely.
Taking it back, I don't know what, 12 years now, you're working for Moreno Entertainment, as a VIP area assistant coordinator with this, the stage and the artist. So at those very first events that you were working, what is it that you loved about this industry that you still keep with you today?
That was like the first job opportunity that I have. Just again, that was like the opportunity that I just said yes. Like, yeah, you want to work on the. It was like a marathon, and it's called San Blas. Is really big here in Puerto Rico. Like, hey, would you like to help? And I was, yeah, let's do this. I'll help. And then I got like, yeah, okay, you're gonna be with the logistics. You're gonna be with the artist compound. You're responsible for the station. I'm like, what? Okay. Oh, I got this. Don't worry, I got this. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when I saw all the rush and that everyone wanted to do, like managing emotions, dealing with the stress, tight schedules, and very high expectations. Sometimes your job is less about logistic and more about just keeping everyone calm so the show can happen. So I was like, yeah, this is me. I love this.
Yeah.
As someone who's building a new business in a very competitive industry, what does success look like to you?
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
hit.
that's a tough
That's a
question.
big question, right?
What?
Yeah.
That's big. Okay. Honestly, I'm pretty successful right now. For me, just being there every day and having the opportunity every day to just work with these amazing people in the industry, I already have it. If I have more, there will be maybe meeting more people like you guys, meeting you today. This is pretty awesome. So, my success is where I am right now.
I love
I'm
that.
That's a
really
great
happy.
answer. That's the best answer I've ever heard of that question.
Yeah, I love that. Well, and I think it too, you seem to, which I think is a great thing, you seem to enjoy a challenge, right? And I think that's something that, people can thrive on in this industry. And I certainly relate to that too, but it's, like, taking on a challenge and having fun with it and enjoying sort of solving a problem. I mean, I think that seems to be like a through line for your career so far.
Yeah, no, learning to make a decision without having perfect information in life events, you rarely have time to analyze everything. You have to act, adapt, and fix things in real time. So this is all about what this is the industry is about.
You did get your master's degree in marketing. Tell me about that decision to go ahead and get that master's.
Well, when I decided to do my master degree, it just happens. I saw an opportunity to keep growing. And I was like, yeah, why not? So once I got the master degree, that's when I have the opportunity to be the marketing manager of the Coca-Cola Music Hall. So it was a really great right thing that I did the master degree. It opened me doors, and alongside with my experience. So when I got to Coca-Cola Mexico, like, yeah, you know what? Because sometimes you got the how do you call it when with something is like not meant to be. Like if I got the master degree and people get, oh, you just hang it on the wall and that's about it. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
right. So I thought that will be my case. But when I got this great opportunity, I was like, wow, I'm opening a venue. But what is this? Crazy.
Right. You're able to apply sort of what you had just learned, which is really fun.
It is.
Is there a part, like, I know you've worked in, which I think is it's great to have this experience in so many areas, but you've done some premium or VIP, you've done some marketing, you've done some event production. Do you sort of really love all of those areas, or is there certain ones that you just really like more than others?
I really, to be honest, I love every one of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Again, feeling the rush that I need to do. Like I'm a problem solver. So that people need me. That's what I love to do. Problem solving, talking to artists, securities, promoters, staff, all the same time, and just making decision every few minutes. Call me any day. I'll be
Yeah.
there.
I love that.
Tell us a little bit about Roxy away from work. What do you do when you're not working on events?
When I'm not working on events,
Yeah, when you get some downtime.
well, we'll probably be on the beach.
Yeah.
But no, if I'm not at events, as I mentioned earlier, I have other clients that I do their marketing management. So I'll run their social media, do campaigns for doctors, for other promoters. This is just the side hustles. Like I do events, but I also manage a lot of things under Roxy Marketing.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm always not working.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that keeps things fresh too, because you're doing kind of different things here or there.
No. And I really enjoy it. Like if I'm not doing, like if I have a weekend off, like I got bored. Like, what am I doing? I need to do something. I feel useless. What is this? I need to rush.
Well, I don't know. I'm jealous of the beach time. We don't really have a beach here in Kentucky, and especially this time of year, it's pretty cold. So I'm jealous that you get to go enjoy the beach.
You can come anytime.
I know.
It's
Don't tempt
summer
us.
all
Dave and I
year
are gonna
long.
fly down there.
I'm on my way. I just booked my ticket. That's always summer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Roxy, before we wrap things up here, I want to hit you with our fast five. It's five quick questions. Just looking for your short, immediate response. First up, what was the very first concert you ever went to?
It was Van Halen in 2004.
Van Halen.
That's a good concert.
That's a great. Wow.
Do you have a favorite show? A favorite concert you've ever been to?
I think it will be the Bad Bunny Regency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How many of those were you there for, like, all of them, or how many do you think you actually like saw or watched? That's a lot.
All right. I watched 3,
Yeah,
I think.
that's awesome.
And yes, and I work like 14.
Wow.
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 Hey,
Yeah.
other than going to the beach, what's your favorite thing to do on a day off?
On a day off, I'm not gonna lie. I like to walk with my dog. I have a dog, so she's my therapist, my partner in life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a mixed breed. So yeah, I rescued her 5 years ago. So my long life companion.
What's her name?
Her name is Spanish, so it's Lupi.
Love it.
Love that. All right. We know you like to go to the beach, but if you could go to any beach in the world tomorrow, what beach would you go to?
I would go to Culebra, to Flamenco Beach. Flamenco Beach in Culebra. Culebra is part of Puerto Rico. It's an island.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a small island. Yeah. So I think it's on the top 100 or 50 beaches in the world. So it has crystal clear water, white sand. So if you ever come to Puerto Rico, you have to go to Culebra.
I know.
Seriously, Paul, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? We're on our way. We're on our way.
Last question for you, Roxey. What's your theme song? So there's a reality TV show all about the life of Roxey. What's the song that plays over the opening of the Roxey show?
Oh my God, you got me on that one. For intro for Roxey, wow. I don't know. Right now I have stuck in my head. It's called La Vida, The Life, by Peter Guzman and Jose Alves.
That's great. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, if somebody wants to reach out to you and learn more about Roxey Marketing or follow along with what you're doing, what are the best places? Throw out any plugs you want to throw out here.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram with RXY Marketing. And you can also reach me on my email is roxy@rxymarketing.com. I'm always happy to help you with everything you need.
That's great.
Oh, hey, really appreciate your time today. Thanks for teaching us a little bit about what you have going on there. And like I said, Paul and I are booking our tickets.
Perfect. Wait for you here.
Yes.
Bring sunscreen.
Yeah. Good call.
Oh, yeah. You see our pale. All right. Hey, a big thanks to everybody for listening to this episode of Adventures in Venueland. Remember, you can subscribe and find more episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. We do love your 5-star reviews because it helps other folks find us. Until the next adventure, I'm Dave Rettelberger.
And I'm Paul Hooper. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll meet you down in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Adventures in Venueland is a side project of the Event and Venue Marketing Conference, a marketing conference that brings together diversified event and venue professionals to cultivate education, collaboration, and innovation for the growing sports and live entertainment industry. Find out more at eventvenuemarketing.com.
Audio editing and mixing by Camille Faulkner.
Design and digital advertising by Megan Ebeck.
Copywriting and publicity by Samantha Marker.
Guest booking and brand strategies by Paul Hooper.
Guest research by Dave Rettelberger.
Marketing strategies by Paul Hooper, Megan Ebeck, and Samantha Marker. Thanks for joining us. Until the next adventure.